Since the dawn of the World Wide Web and the rise of affordable user technology, remix has very much become the norm on the internet today, especially for young people. This has led to a rise of what can be called user-generated content, anything created by users online, music, photos, and so on. Many popular sites today thrive on user-generated content. Lawrence Lessig refers to this as
amateur culture, by which I don't mean amateurish culture. I mean culture where people produce for the love of what they're doing and not for the money.
Henry Jenkins refers to this as participatory culture.
Participatory culture describes a world where everyone participates, where we take media in our own hands, where we have the capacity often to produce media, share media.
Think about the rise of meme culture and the way you communicate with others, and vice versa. Today it is very much the norm for people to take from the culture that is around them, from pop culture, and remix to give new meanings and to communicate new ideas. Here's some examples.
Our party is better than this, our government is better than this, and by God, our country is so much better than this.
I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls. All you ever did was wreck me.
I've got a lot of money, but you don't have much.
I think that's
Money. It is a very sad day.
when the less well-off have a say.
I don't believe
In the poor, they are always wanting more. Do you think that
I'm stunned. You would be so blind.
when I say innovation, I really mean more taxation, less money for education, and more coal mining donations. When you vote for the blokes in the
Liberal Party, they don't know, they don't care.
And they raise the GST.
That's not a policy, that's an ad on Gumtree.
When you cried, I wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And I held your hand through all of these years, and you still
Stay close to me.
when I see you
Oh my. Help me.
Remix is not a new thing, however, and there is a really interesting web series called Everything is a Remix, which demonstrates this far better than I ever could. The issue here, though, is whether or not copyright allows for remix, and the quick answer is no. Technically, certain fair use allowances may apply to certain types of remix, but fair dealing here in Australia doesn't necessarily. Not only that, but similar DMCA issues are likely to affect even the most obvious fair use cases, especially on platforms like YouTube, where audio and image recognition often doesn't give users the chance to share their work. But why? If, as Lessig suggests, this is how we often communicate and express ourselves, we are being censored like never before due to copyright law. Remix is not piracy. Downloading a movie from a torrent site makes you a pirate, even if it's just because you're impatient. But using one's creativity, along with the availability of web media and modern technologies to create something new, to express oneself, isn't a breach of copyright, or at least it shouldn't be. After all, copyright was put in place to promote the arts, remember? To encourage people to invest their time, talent, and resources. Today we live in an interactive media environment, and so we experience the likes of interactive fandom. When we see how copyright law doesn't necessarily allow for this, perhaps it's easy to see why many think copyright law has drifted far out to the commercial sea, miles away from the public's beach. You can make up your own mind on that one though. In our next and final video, we'll be considering a possible solution called Creative Commons.